Jose Perez. I am an attorney here. I have offices in Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo, and I do immigration work.
And you told the story of a family. Could you
Yes,
explain to me what's happening here in Syracuse?
Sure, absolutely. Well, Lorenzo Ramos and his wife, Melanie Ramos, it's under attack right now. They are being separated right now. Lorenzo Ramos is a Guatemalan citizen who came here in 2004, who has been here since 2004, more than 14 years ago, contributing to society, owns a business, has been in the United States since 2004, has not gone anywhere else, has not done anything wrong other than working hard for him, for his family, for his children, and to provide for his family. And he was basically under the threat of deportation last week. He was to present himself. He went to a check-in, and during the check-in he was detained, even though he has a work permit right now. He had a stay that was approved, and they just denied everything on Monday, and then they sent him to Batavia to be in a holding detention center.
Can you tell me what sort of strain does that put on families? Because Batavia is about 2 hours away from here.
Yes.
So it's not like just a walk down the street or connecting towards on a bus or something.
Absolutely. It's not only the separation of families that when he's going to be deported, but it's also the separation of families while he's detained. The wife, the spouse, who is a United States citizen, has a job here. She cannot just go there every day. She needs to go during working hours, which is the same hours that she would be able to go there for visiting hours. So she and the children cannot visit Lorenzo, who is the father and the spouse, in jail because of these reasons. He would not be able to see his family anymore. In a week and a half, they have only been able to go on Sunday, which was the only day that they allowed him to be there.
Now, immigration policies haven't necessarily changed too dramatic. This has been happening kind of behind the scenes, but as a journalist, I've seen considerably more detentions, more ICE grabs and things. Have you seen, as an immigration lawyer, an uptick in the last, say, 2 years?
Absolutely. There is an increase in the last 2 years, I would say, by at least 300%. I mean, we have seen not only the detentions by ICE, by Border Patrol, we also have seen the detentions in the bus stations, the train stations. They are doing it all. They are doing everything possible to detain and deport everybody that they can. Now, the only problem, not only I see a problem with that, but the significant problem that I see now is that they are turning the focus on now people that have been here for years, people that own businesses, people that own houses, people that have children in the United States, people who are family, who has community ties, which before we never saw deportations for those type of people. Now they are focusing on that.
And how does the fear of that for people who've lived in this country for decades, years, how does that fear change people's daily lives of being able to actually do what they're supposed to do and check in with immigration now that they're being just seemingly randomly grabbed?
Absolutely. They are in fear right now. I have people that have called me, clients that have called me, that people have committed crimes against them. They have been robbing their houses. They have been, victims of crimes, and they don't even want to go to the police to report those crimes because they're afraid. They know now that this is a racist administration that is not going to stop at victims. They are going to say, you are undocumented here, you are to be out of here.
Now, should be noted, this is Syracuse, New York, not exactly borderland, down in Texas and things like you see most coverage and most people talk about immigration issues. This is central upstate New York, very white area, and if we're seeing it here, what does that mean for the wider country?
Well, as you can imagine, if the race, deportations, and detention have increased about 300% here, you can imagine how many falls have increased in other places. What it means is enforcement. There is crazy enforcement, and there is nothing that is being taken into consideration. At this point, the government, not only on Monday, announced Attorney General Sessions that they are not going to take asylum anymore for people of domestic violence and gang violence. Well, guess what? That was one of the main reasons why people sought asylum in this country. So cutting out all those type of things, all those type of relief, not only will change the spectrum of immigration, but it also would limit the ability of immigrants to stay in the country, and that's exactly what this racist administration wants to do.